so we're allowed to upload it. People can see our presentations by our entrepreneurs. And we have Pinnacle Business Solutions, that when we have presenters, and they have a gift, a presenter gift. We have these books that they get from Pinnacle Business Solutions. And of course, SCORE, thank you Gary and SCORE for everything that you do to keep us all organized and coordinate, take notes, because without you, I don't know what we'd do. So, thank you everybody. And now let's take this opportunity to introduce these community organizers that I just talked about. So, again, Lisa Hughes.
John Considine with Greater Mankato Grove.
I'm Yvonne Caribou from the Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship. Welcome.
Gary Schaap with the Small Business Development Center and volunteer with SCORE.
Good morning, I'm Mike Hahn with the Small Business Development Center.
I'm Tabitha Belvin. I'm Regional Vice President Primary.
Okay, we got everyone.
No,
Very good, thank you.
Kennedy, come on. Kennedy.
Mike Kennedy with the Lions.
He's just a little shy.
So he's got to just poke it.
There's no room for shyness here. So here's the deal. So we had a presenter today, Vital's Aware, that was coming to present their software. You know, I was waiting for the presentation so I could actually talk about it, so I can't say a word about it, and they decided not to show up. So, a resolution for everybody in 2019, if you want to be known, you got to show up, right? So unfortunately, he is not here, and what we're going to do is we're going to move into a community conversation about marketing 1 million cups. Now I thought about, hey, we could do something fun to spice it up. We could start off with the giveaway or community announcements. I'm going to throw that out to the group. Do you want to do the question and the giveaway first, or the announcements before we get into the community conversation as a warm-up, or do you just want to dig right into the community conversation first? Your call. What do you think?
Dig in.
Dig in. Go digging right in. All right, John Considine, I am turning over the floor to you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Want me to
Lisa.
show you what, jump in?
Sure, go right ahead.
For anybody who hasn't been to the cups before,
Yeah, do we have any first-time attendees from Million Cups? Well, thank you very much. It's great. Thanks for being here.
I'm going this way.
Well, she's trying to get sound. This is Representative Jeff Brand, newly elected to the Minnesota House.
Let's just go continue on, I'll figure it out.
Okay.
I don't have my students and they'd figure all this stuff out for me.
The tech experts.
Yeah, I know, my
Sure.
tech experts are not here.
So our community conversation today is going to be focused on trying to grow the 1 Million Cups community. The idea is that we have all the key resource people here in the room, part of this partnership, and so this can really be a portal for anyone considering entrepreneurship and helping them grow their business. So first off, let's take a couple minutes for everyone here in the room to introduce themselves and talk a little bit about why they're here, what their interest is in 1 Million Cups, and down the road we're going to break up into small groups and have some conversations about what we can do to promote 1 Million Cups as that portal to entrepreneurship. The marketing team, which is a subcommittee group of all of our community partners, community organizers, excuse me, that work to help get folks into the room, to help promote the event. We've been working very diligently in expanding the brand, getting people more aware of it. We're doing that through a couple of different ways. Some of you may have heard some radio ads that started here just this past week. We're also going to be doing some flyers in area bars and restaurants, because who doesn't feel a little bit more brave and confident after a beer or two about that business idea that they've been thinking about. So we're trying to expand that gateway for folks to come and access all the resources that are here in this room. It starts with 1 Million Cups and being able to be coached and learn a little bit more from our SBDC consultants. And then there's the presentation, the interaction with the audience, and from there, it's all about the connections with the people in the room. It's all about being able to find new resources, new connections, sales leads, constructive ideas on marketing and bookkeeping, a variety of different things. So from there, we want to take it to the next step, and hopefully we can expand that audience a whole lot more. So we're going to go around the room now, and everyone can take like 2 minutes and talk a little bit about themselves, why they're here, what their interest is in entrepreneurship, what they hope to get out of the event. And then when we break up into small groups, we're going to do a little bit of brainstorming on what we can do to help raise the profile of 1 Million Cups. Whether it's general marketing, more radio ads, or if it's more about everyone here becoming a champion of entrepreneurship. Doing personal invitation, bringing one person along with you, first Wednesday of every month, and letting them know about it. The idea down the line is we have to turn over rocks to find these entrepreneurs. We can do great things with Minnesota State University in connecting with students who have a business plan, but that's a piece of the puzzle. There's folks out there that might be working those 9-to-5 jobs right now, and they're very successful at what they do, but they do have a dream. They have an idea. They have a product that they'd like to get out into the marketplace. So to reach those folks, it's going to take a lot of word of mouth. It's casting a really wide net through radio, but that's just one thing. We want to do other things so that they hear about it repeatedly. And it may not be a situation where they come in and present right away, but invite them into the room. Let them sit in the room, hear what it's all about, let them get comfortable with the setting, and then they can come back and do a presentation when they're ready and they're all coached up. So, to kick things off, Mr. Robinson, there's consequences for sitting in the front row. So, would you care to talk a little bit about yourself and why you're here?
I'm here because it was on my calendar this morning. No, I tell you a funny quote I read this morning. Bud Grant was talking about having lost his dog Annie. And he said, he said, I got a lot of duck hunting to do. He said, at 85, he said, I don't think I'm going to get a puppy. And so that's where I'm at. I've spent my whole life as an entrepreneur. I drew one paycheck after I got out of the service in 1968. That was from what was then called Continental Can. Drew my first paycheck, paid my dues, and got laid off. And I said, you know what? I'm not doing this again. I went into business for myself, and I've been there ever since. Currently, for the last dozen years, I've been selling commercial real estate, but that was only after I sold the company and thought I was going to retire, but didn't. So I'm absolutely behind entrepreneurs. I love the idea. You don't make a lot of money, but what you do have is you have freedom to make your own decisions. And to me, that's the most important thing. You get up in the morning and you decide what you're going to do.
Let's move right down the road here.
Hi, I'm Teresa Sudeby. I was teaching at the Y up until several weeks ago. I really love helping people, especially with their flexibility. So one of my former clients said, well, why don't you open one of these assisted stretch businesses that are growing everywhere else? Because we need them here. And so I'm from a family of educators. I'm an educator. I don't know anything about business. I contacted Yvonne, and she led me to the SBDC. And then Colleen here was in my simple stretch class at the Y. She said, "Come on over to 1 Million Cups and see what's going on." So I did, and that's what brought me here. Was actually Colleen. I've been here since November. I think the best thing is this is a place for me to meet people in business, as opposed to in just fitness or wherever I happen to be. I think the best way to get somebody here is just a simple one-on-one invitation. We just need to maybe do that a little bit more.
And Yvonne's going to take some notes so that we can capitalize on the great ideas that were shared today. Why 1 Million Cups?
It's the educator thing, I have to.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Callie Kleinschmidt. I'm a marketing coordinator at iBailey. And what brought me here today was just to learn more, and yeah, I haven't been before, so I'm excited to be here and see what it's all about. Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Hi, I'm Bobby Drangler, and I specialize, and my passion is recording studios. Right now, we're building a recording studio next to the Minnesota Institute of Arts that'll have all of the latest technical gear for not only music, but also podcasting, which I'm going to specialize in on Mondays and Tuesdays. So anybody that wants to get on the global map with podcasting, please contact us, and we will give you an invitation to get involved with one of the most and greatest recording studios on the planet. So,
Bobby, why do you come to Million Cups?
pardon?
Why do you come to Million Cups?
My passion is the audio visual of 1 Million Cups, to get this 1 Million Cups on up to a global scale. Right now, it started out when 1 Million Cups started, there was 50 of these groups in the upper Midwest, and now there are 200 in 1 year, and that all has come about because of the connection between the people in the communities, and the entrepreneurship has given us the ability to start a generation like we have KEYC here today. I mean, this is big, you know. This is like a communicative thing, you know, communication, communicative. So we're on our way. After 1 year, it's very, very, it's happening. So here we go. And it's all because of you. I mean, every one of you made it happen.
Thank you, Bob.
I'm Jonathan Smith, and this is Becky Wagner. We're co-owners of Connect Business Magazine and Concept and Design Graphic Communication Studio. We heard about Million Cups through Mark Wright, our SBDC mentor advisor. He thought that it might be good if we could explore how to get connected and also cover it in our magazine in one way or another, and that's why we're here to explore that option.
He's pretty well covered.
What
do you think?
Well, once again, good morning, everybody. I'm Mike Hahn. I'm with the Small Business Development Center. Everybody kind of refers to it as the SBDC. I have some other staff members and also some consultants here that probably explain a little bit more about the SBDC. I just want to tell you that my passion from the standpoint is to work with small businesses, because I think, you know, as far as I've been in this economic development field in the past 2 decades, but small businesses have a tendency to get overlooked by the rest of the community. And I just feel it's great, this platform being 1 Million Cups provides an opportunity in which we can build a more entrepreneurial, friendly community. And that's the reason why I'm a part of it. So I'll just go from there.
I'm Nate Tuchek. I'm also staff at SBDC. I run a lot of our marketing. I enjoy being here because I love the community that this is built. We operate in probably the most homey part of Mankato, what makes it truly unique of Old Town. I love what has been built around here, and I like being connected with that. I like being here also to connect with people that may possibly need help and a little bit of assistance to share what we do at Small Business Development Center.
I'm Colleen Langhammer. I'm newly elected to the Lord County Board. I was on the board for 21 years and then stepped down to run USDA Rural Development. So I understand the importance and the need of small business and entrepreneurs. It's what I've worked with most of my life. That's what builds a community. We need to lift up our small businesses and our entrepreneurs. You know, too frequently, if an entrepreneur doesn't make it, we're not very nice to them. And we've got to quit doing that. Because what is it, 4 times you have to fail before you're finally successful? So how do we build that support system? How do we create that culture that supports people who are starting new businesses or working in small business? So I'm excited to be here. I think there are great opportunities in this community. I think this is a community that really cares about small business. And so how do we as a community support and help? Thanks.
Good morning, everyone. As Colleen alluded to, my name is Jeff Brand. I'm the newly elected representative for District 19A, which happens to be the site of Riverfront Drive all the way. So I've been a city council member in St. Peter for 7 years. Working with the EDA in St. Peter, we've been able to work with SBDC to get a lot of entrepreneurs in the St. Peter area. And so I also, my wife and I own a small business. I really understand small businesses and how there's trials and tribulations associated with building your own business and running your own business. And so, being a representative, I've been elected. Now I'm ready to serve. I'm on the 8th. I swear in, so less than a week away. I'll be on 5 committees because we're in the majority, and so I'll be on the tax committee. I'll be on the Greater Minnesota Job Growth and Economic Development Committee. I'll be on the Veterans Affairs Committee, the Labor Committee, and the final one, I'll be the Vice Chair of the Ag Committee. All, I think, have a lot to do with jobs and job creation and the ability to do some good things for entrepreneurial spirit. So I look forward to that. I really look forward to talking to everybody in this room at some point, you know, either at the Capitol or here at home. Feel free to contact me. My email address, which everybody should write down, but I won't have access to until next week when I swear in, is jeff.brand@house.mn. And so I look forward to visiting with you all and doing what we can to make Minnesota stronger. Thank you.
Are there any committees you're not on?
Jeff, is
Yes.
it .minnesota.gov or is it just MN?
Just MN.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you.
Good morning, my name is Brenda Flannery, and I moved to Mankato 22 years ago and was hired to teach an entrepreneurship class as well as other classes at Minnesota State University of Mankato. So I started as a professor, and I'm right now the Dean of Business School. And everything that we're doing today has been you know, a dream 20 plus years ago. And so really this community has so many wonderful resources when it comes to entrepreneurship and innovation. And so the Million Cups is an attempt to really convene people. Jim and I were talking about this before we started this morning, and convene it on a regular basis. So the Million Cups, we really loved the concept and becoming part of the community of 1Million Cups 2+ years ago, because we knew the Kauffman Foundation is a leader when it comes to entrepreneurship education in the United States. And so being part of what the Kauffman Foundation does in the way of 1Million Cups and building communities, we will build a community of entrepreneurship in Mankato, but then it also connects us with the 1Million Cups in Fargo, in Sioux Falls, and then in Florida, and then in New York. So this whole becomes a movement. And so really to see, and the variety of people in the room, from students to representative to business owners to new entrepreneurs, is absolutely thrilling. And the energy that comes from that is really powerful to see. So that's why I'm here today, is to kind of start the new year. But the hope is possibly, it's once a month, but Yvonne and I have talked about this, and I know that maybe you've talked about it as a committee too. What would happen if we would get to be where it was twice a month? And then there are communities that do this every week, so that you get to know that every week you're going to be being part of a conversation, being part of a support network for entrepreneurs. So great to be here and great to see you all. Happy New Year. Brenda won't tell you this, but the idea for having 1Million Cups here was her. When she first hired me, she said, hey, you should check this thing out, and sent me this link to the website. And it was a brilliant idea, and it's really been, the fruits of it are what you're all seeing here today. Many of the good ideas.
Ideas are simple, getting something done is the hard part.
I know, I think that's worth noting. I think that's pretty cool.
All right, well, I can't contest anything that she's had a lot more accomplishments than me. But I am a community organizer for 1Million Cups. I'm new here. I'm the social media organizer. So anybody liking my Facebook pages, thank you. And I really just love the community. It gives me a chance to see people in action and get direct feedback from teachers and professors and, you know, other community members that have different opinions and different outlooks on things. They've been through more things than I have. So it's just really that support and that friendly face, a bunch of friendly faces when I walk in the room, so.
I just have to say that